and not having to deal with the stresses of life and being, man, I always been a big bro, so a lot of people's lives became my lives. You know, it's a lot of people that I genuinely care about. Um, you know, it's people that I see truly as my brothers, my sisters. And like, man, when I say that, I ain't saying that to be your friend. I ain't saying that to drop your guard. When I call you my brother or my sister, like I truly mean that because I always been big bro. And I treat everybody like I'm big bro. All I want is the best.
Y'all know what's going on, man. It's the risk takers, man. We got a very, as y'all can see, we in a very special location, with a very special guest today, man. But let me get to my co-host.
Chasing Summer in the building.
Yes, sir, man.
Who we
We got
sponsored by?
spots where I stock the bar vodka, man. The episodes will be coming on aux 33 as well, man.
Ox 33 as
We
well.
will be putting that together soon, so y'all might even hear this episode on aux 33 before we even get it on YouTube. But let's get into it, man. Who we got here with us today?
Man, just a regular guy, bro. Regular Joe. Man, risk taker.
Right,
Dream
Mike up.
chaser. You know, risk taker, dream chaser, man. Multifaceted individual. You know, whatever I put my mind to, I make it happen.
That's far. So as Chase, you started off with, who are you? You know, so tell the people who you are. You know, let's get into us.
Man. So I go by Scoob. Man, I am, man, an artist first. Not even an artist first, a husband first, family man, artist, coordinator, organizer, visionary, curator, and I'm trying to add on there, man, illustrator,
Mm.
you know, a book author, and a director.
Mm.
That's cool, man.
That's cool, man.
Well, where does it all start for
You
you
gotta-
with? Where does it all start for you with?
You gotta talk into the.
Oh, I was thought it was good. Already. My bad. All right, my bad. But where does it all start for you? In the beginning, like how did we get to the man you are today?
Tragedy and pain, man.
Mm.
You know, start to, navigate through myself when I was broken, you know, and I was broken before I even knew I was broken. So, tragedy, bro. You know, I can dive back to many points in my childhood that really shape who I am today, from my fears to my strengths. So, yeah, man. It starts with tragedy for me. That's where it all starts.
So, I mean, I want to get right into my favorite part. You know, the questions I've been thinking about asking you since I, first heard about you.
Yeah.
Let's take it straight to the trauma project, man. Before you even entered into Artprize, you obviously tell a crazy story,
Yeah.
through your work. Is that something that you always wanted for the world to see, or is it something that's like, I'm painting this my therapy?
Man, the trauma project, man. Actually, yeah, we're gonna go straight to it, man. The mission of the trauma project was to, one, bring awareness to what trauma is. We all go through trauma, and a lot of us are in denial of it. None of us are perfect. Some of us pretend to be perfect, but really we hurt inside. Is that trauma was to help bring awareness to our own mental health and the mental health around us. And once we understand that, it creates more community. It creates more, togetherness, unity. So I wanted to bring attention to how deep mental health goes. It's like you don't have to lose your mind to be hurt. You don't have to lose your mind to say you went through trauma. And it has many different forms. What I covered was not everything. It was only pieces of it, but it got many forms, from it being physical to emotional. So when I started this project, is I want to bring awareness to this. But not only just that, I wanted to bring attention and recognition to a group of individuals that have been grinding, working their ass off, trying to be where they want to be is that I wanted to help uplift and shine a light on Grand Rapids. And like the theory behind the whole thing that I just kept thinking about, man, I even talked to the homie Chasen about this, is that the way the Trauma Project was, man, was like if people truly understood how things move, especially, like society, industry, business, all that stuff, is that, man, the Trauma Project was a gold project for the whole city. All it takes is for one person to blow up. Now, let's look at this math. It take one person to blow up. If you did features with that individual that blew up, or let's say you the one that blew up, and you did features with multiple individuals in the city, it's like you not the only one that's winning. The person that blew up is not the only person winning. Because you collaborated with that person, when people go through music catalogs, they come straight to you. But we got the crab in a barrel mentality.
For sure.
But that's what the Trauma Project was, man, was overall unity.
Which we need a lot more in Grand Rapids, though. So, I mean, this winning, it definitely, it pushes us in the right direction. I think so.
I hope so. I hope so, man. There's still a such thing as patterns, and for some people it'll take a lot more to break bad habits. Not everybody snap out of it. That's like talking to an addict and asking them, why is it so hard to quit?
That makes me think about, it's funny, me and you was talking about 19 Keys, and he said something. He said, I get so tired of people saying they family got generational curses, and he was like, what y'all really have is generational behaviors that y'all refuse to break.
Exactly.
And I heard that, and I said, wow, but that is crazy. Like, it is a mental thing, and a lot of people get trapped inside their own mental, don't even realize it. But that's my sidebar on that. But tell me about, at what point for the Trauma Project did you come up with the idea to have musicians make music to your paintings? Was that always a day one goal, or did that just happen along the way?
Daily routine. Man, for me, so when I paint is freedom for me. Paint, man, every time I do an interview, people ask me about this, you're going to hear me say the same thing. When I create, it's liberation for my soul. When I move that paintbrush, that's liberation for my soul. What does liberation for my soul mean? That means that I am in a space where I'm locked in. Nothing around me matters. The world, I don't care about. It's just me and what I'm doing right here in this moment. And, I know a lot of us know exactly what I'm talking about when you locked in.
Yes, sir.
And for me, when I was coming up with the idea for the Trauma Project was that I realized how much at peace I am when I'm painting, that I got music playing. Man, when I'm playing music, it really motivates me. It allows me to dive more into my own thinking, seeing where are these feelings coming from, emotions, and turning them into pieces of art. That's where the inspiration, motivation comes from. And when you locked in, man, that's where, your greatest ideas come into play. So when I had realized how powerful and effective music was on me, and also looking at my artwork and being very confident in my artwork that it speaks, is that when you put them together, man, and you understand the context of what it's about, man, you put music and art together, it's a whole experience. It takes you literally on a journey. And from being out in public, doing, showing up and doing public art events and watching talent, perform out here. Man, one of the first guys I talked to was Thielen. And
Shout out Thielen.
I met him at an event. It was a Baxter United event put on by Kenneth Cortez.
Shout out Kenneth Cortez.
Shout out Kenneth.
Yeah, that's when I met Thielen, man, and seen Sonny Ski out there. I know I met him before. Shout out everybody.
Yeah, shout out everybody. Right. That's the whole squad.
But yeah, just watching these individuals perform with passion, watching these individuals perform even when the crowd is only like 10 people, man, that's somebody that's dedicated to their craft. And it was being around creatives like that is what really helped me shape my idea. And thinking like that is that everything I ever did, not even ever did, everything I did was for the benefit of everybody and not myself. I feel like I got a chip on my shoulder, man.
It's all good. Let it all out, brother.
For sure,
Let it all
definitely.
out.
Let it out,
I enjoy the fire. I'm like, I see you. He's like, nah. Matter of fact, we is gonna jump straight into this. Oh yeah, we
Pop
about
your
to get
shit,
the goods,
man.
boy. So within that, I guess, when you look at the Trauma Project now, what are your thoughts and feelings on what you achieved and where that is going to take you into the future? Like, what is that? Has the Trauma Project created a whole nother seed for further endeavors?
I can't speak for everybody else, but if I can speak on just myself and what I went through, what I grew and learned, is that I wish I knew now what I knew then. Things would have definitely been delivered even heavier. I felt like I was on the road during the whole thing, but man, what I know now, I wish I knew then, because I would have really been shaking stuff up. Man, with this project, I learned a lot of skills that I feel will help me add on to the next idea and the next idea. I feel like I just been a visionary, man, but I've been making sure that everything come from God.
God first.
Absolutely.
God first. And man, I ain't gonna lie to you, I remember part of the question and I kind of forgot, man.
No, I was just saying, like, do you foresee this planting, being a seed for something you do going into the future?
Yeah, I feel like this is a seed for everybody. This whole thing was supposed to be an example. This is supposed to show you the way. It was a blueprint. It was to show you what's possible when a collective comes together with like-minded views. It's power in that.
Right.
So that's really the best I could put it, man.
That's good. That's
good. You mentioned a lot of different things you want to dive into. What is anything on that list aligned with the Trauma Project? Like you mentioned, like you want to be a director and diving into that lane. Is that something that you want a part of the Trauma Project? Is there some future you got planned out for that?
Yeah, man. I'm definitely thinking on the movie tip, man. I'm trying to put together something that's gonna really provide even more opportunities. Trying to go through my resources to where we get the help that we need. I learned a lot from the Trauma Project. That, man, with the Trauma Project, I was the manager, man. I was the coordinator. I literally did everything. Like, man, real talk. Did you have to lift a finger, my brother?
Just get my music and my contract, son.
And like, with that, is that it showed me how much of myself I was giving, that I can't do that again, man. At the end of the day, whether we won Artprize, I still lost. I lost, but I'm not sorry about that loss. I lost for the greater good. I'm gonna continue to give, and with that really showed me what I need to also protect myself and my mental health. Was that I need to build team within teams. I need to have a management team. I need to have guidance. So I'm trying to put together like-minded individuals in the community that can give me guidance and help me get access to resources, and also build a team that is built around what I want this movie to be. And it being people that have the work ethic, that's go-getters, that know what is at risk and is willing to make sacrifices like I am.
Absolutely.
Man, we learn together, we grow together. And that's where I see the future going, man, is that I definitely want to direct my film and really elevate things, really push collaboration, really push unity.
You mentioned go ahead.
Go ahead.
You mentioned unity probably throughout this whole interview so far, man. Where did that come from? Tell me about your upbringing. That unity is such an important pillar in your life right now.
So, me, man, I'm from St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay.
I was born in Chicago, man, but I grew up all my life in St. Louis. Um, in St. Louis, the only family I got there is my brothers and my mom. My dad. My dad was a go-getter. My dad was a hustler. Um, you know, was a barber, cutting hair. Through my upbringing, man, I had, uh, man, a like, man, 6 siblings.
Man.
Man, I don't know why it was hard to say how many siblings I got, but, yeah, I got, a bunch of siblings, man. Some of them that, have different parents and stuff, but I came up with a bunch of siblings, man. Being the oldest is that I got my ass whooped for what my brother did, my sister did. I got my ass whooped for what my brother and my sister didn't do. I was always taught to be the leader in the household. I was big brother. I led like a big brother. And, even through that, man, I was a little crybaby as a kid. And my dad had me in boxing when I was a kid. Man, I wish I took that more serious. All my friends that I came up with boxing, man, professional fighters. A bunch of them undefeated.
Damn. Shout out to them for sure.
Yeah. Shoot, man, just to throw a name out there, man, go check out this fighter called Steven Shaw. Go by Big Shot Shaw, man.
Check out Steven Shaw, man.
A heavyweight fighter. But yeah, man, I came up, man, hard. Like there wasn't nothing sweet, man. Like the one blessing I had, man, is that I had both my parents, and my
Huge
father was
blessing.
there. He was on my ass, Man, as a kid, man, I used to get jumped. Man, when I got jumped, I'm literally fighting everybody by myself.
The biggest nigga.
And I was scrawny and skinny, but I had hands, man. I was undefeated in the streets. But like, yeah, man, I had a pretty rough upbringing, man, and a lot of it had to do with my temper. I had a temper like my father, man, like real monster, and I was able to find control over that, but I wasn't able to gain that until I was in my early 20s, So, yeah, just man, after that rant, man, that's just who I am, where I come from,
How much of the way you grew up, and more so, is there any specific moments that happened that you can say went into the trauma project? If you feel comfortable talking about anything, of course.
Yeah. Man. For me, moments that went to the trauma project, some of them were triggered by other individuals, like Adrian Wright, when he's in there, his pain, talking about his trauma with his mom, is that, like, man, I can relate to it in a way that I had a lot of friends that was in jail, So it's like knowing that loss, that absence. I felt like that was something that I put into the project that I wasn't aware of. I mean, man, even how the paintings lined up, is that it wasn't just my own experiences; it was other people's experiences too. I thought that was crazy. Like, man, God work in some crazy ways, man.
100%.
And I know, like, one thing with God, man, is that you can have a plan, you can think your plan solid, but your plan ain't shit if God ain't in it. Yeah, man, the connection through the pains to other people's lives. For me, really, I didn't really put much of my childhood into the Trauma Project. I put what I remember most and what's most recent to me, and that was when I had went through, a serious injury that had me out for a year, and that's when I truly went through them dark doors. I was on the dark side for a long time, and was just trying to find my way out of the shadows. And as I was in the shadows, that's when it triggered a lot of memories that I suppressed as a kid. So it took for me to take a physical injury to realize the mental damage that I went through, which is crazy to me, But the Trauma Project and the journey that it takes you on, that's my story.
Mm.
Man, that's amazing.
Artprize. What did that mean to you before you won? What does it mean to you now that you won? And I guess it's explain for people that may not know what Artprize is for an artist, because I feel like a lot of people truly don't understand the meaning, what it means to somebody like you to be in Artprize and win Artprize.
Man, when I first heard about Artprize, I want to say it was back in 2020 or 2021. I had entered Artprize because I thought it was cool to put my art in something with a goal of just getting my name out there. You know, there was an opportunity to sell art, but I wasn't pressed about it. And what's crazy is that I wasn't even living in Grand Rapids at the time. I was living in Indiana.
Oh, you was still there, your first? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Okay.
I was still in Indiana when I first joined Artprize.
Oh, damn. Oh, so you just moved to GR.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
wow.
Yeah, man.
When was your first time entering Artprize?
2021 or 22, somewhere around
Have
there.
you been entering every? I'm sorry to sidebar, but had you been entering every year since then, or is it
Nah.
just once and then you did the trauma project?
No. So I entered twice before,
Mm-hmm.
and then I entered the trauma project. So the first one, I had entered in. That's when I connected with Steven at the Muse.
Shout out, Steve.
Shout out, Steven.
And you know, Steven, he still remember my art, everything. When I reconnected with him, then yeah, I entered in the Artprize again in 2023, and same goal was just to network.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I wasn't there to win anything, and with that, like I knew the importance of how vital networking is for a business, and during all of this, you know, I was still hustling shoes. I was a custom sneaker artist. You know, I was just building my name up as a sneaker artist working on shoes. So I knew how to, you know, the art of marketing and everything. And yeah, I just was entering these competitions for a opportunity to grow my name. You know, really, yeah, just recognition to myself and also to grow. But come time for the trauma project is that the trauma project was never created to be a part of the Artprize. I never once was like, yeah, we doing this for Artprize next year. I had multiple people that was like, man, it's like, yeah, this is gonna win Artprize this year. And so, you know, like a lot of people knew it before I even said it, man. Shout out to my guy Aki, man. He knew.
Shout out, Aki.
And man, ended up making the decision to enter it in the Artprize. But what my decision was that after seeing the past, the opening and how impactful, seeing people cry, seeing people open up, seeing a lot of people laugh, and you know, be at peace with each other in a room, is that I felt like that was something that a lot of people need to experience.
Absolutely.
And looking at the numbers that Artprize brought in last year, I was like, man, this would be a great opportunity to expose people to the trauma project. So when I entered in the Artprize, is that the goal was just, what's the word? It's like exposure. It was man, not recognition, but man, awareness. That's what it is. Bring awareness, man. And yeah, when we entered in, you know, just started looking at a lot of the entries. I was like, man, I feel like we have a very powerful piece entered into this, you know. But the goal was never to win. The goal was to touch as many lives as possible. We had we had almost 2,000 people come to that one location, 106 galleries, you know, just to see the trauma project. And that's not including the packed house of people we had coming in to see the live performance, you know. Like, that stuff meant a lot. And when I won Artprize, man, I was in disbelief.
Crazy moment, man.
It was a very crazy moment.
bro.
Man, I was thankful for all the members that was there and present for it. But man, when I think back to our members only, when we first heard the album together as a group, like I never would have thought that we was gonna be where we was in September, man. And yeah, when we won, man, the only feelings that I had really was like, man, disbelief, man, thankful to God. I didn't feel lucky at all. I felt recognized. I felt like I achieved my goal of not just taking myself to the top, but taking a group of people with me, you know? And I also felt unsatisfied. You know, I still had that hunger, that drive. I felt like I did not do enough and that there was still more and that this was a stepping stone. Is that this has opened doors for me to reach people in France, you know, Europe, man, across the country. Like, that's what I felt Artprize did for me, was open up doors so that we could make this bigger. It was a stepping stone.
Damn. That's beautiful, man.
Yeah, I'm about to say, boy. That boy speaking today.
Man, bro, I'm passionate. I'm very passionate about what I put my time to. I've been very selfish with my time because I realize how important it is. And I say it multiple times to my brothers when we have conversation, is that, well, one thing I love when God comes into the conversation. That's important to me. And I refuse to have a meaningless conversation, is that we both going to walk away with something. I prefer meaningful conversations just as I create my art. My art has to be meaningful. I don't do nothing for nothing.
Absolutely. Hit the people with that quote you told me about when we were setting up today, man. I still been thinking about it since you told me.
Yeah, man. So it was this thought that came to me, man. I was talking to the homies, man. I was talking to my dog Blair, I believe.
Shout out Blair.
Shout out Blair. Up life.
And man, the thought that came to mind was when you wake up every day, you got to pay for something. You got to pay a fee. That fee is life. It costs to breathe. So when you know that it costs to breathe, you only get 24 hours in a day. Your time is precious. Your time, it means something. So if your time means something and it costs to live, your choices now have weight to them. You got to understand what your choices now do. They dictate whether you see tomorrow or not. So if your choices now have weight, most people they're going to choose the consistent path. That's like a 9 to 5. They're going to choose the consistent path that guarantees that if I do these things, I will see the next day. And then you have the ones that's going to risk it all, not knowing that it's going to cost you everything. But people are willing to take that chance. People are willing to risk it all. So at the end of the day, is that you can either win or lose. You can win it all or you can lose everything. But at the end of the day, the realization is that life costs to live.
For sure, man. If y'all not taking that around with it, man, y'all might as well cut this off right now, man. Like that's real,
It's
man.
all risky.
It's all risky, man. And in the wise words of our special risk taker today, man, I don't think he could have left y'all with a better one. You know, life costs every day, man. It costs your happiness. It costs your relationships, your friendships, your job. You know, it just
Cost being misunderstood.
Man, it costs being misunderstood,
When
man.
you're the one that's really trying to take it there and everybody around you is just cool and they looking at you like, oh, why you working so hard?
Why
like,
you
boy,
working
what
so
are you
hard?
talking about, bro? Like, people don't understand, bro. It's like, man, you just sparked up a whole nother conversation, bro. Like, people don't understand, man, like the sacrifice, bro. Like, boy, I be sleeping 4 or 5 hours a day trying to get to it, bro.
Come on.
Waking up, going to work, getting off work, going to another job, to wake up, to come here, to do this, do music session, did it. Like, boy, this life is that's what Risk Takers is all about, man. Thank you for that quote, bro. That perfectly encapsulates everything that we're trying to push, bro, because people don't understand, like, no matter what you do, it's a risk. Even if you just wake up and sit there all day, you still risking stuff because life is you risking life just passing you by because you decided to do nothing today. Like, God put you here for a reason. Do something with it, please.
God put you here for
a reason.
Do
something with it, man.
Absolutely.
Man, that make me think about what Alfie be saying, man. Shout out to Alfie.
Shout out Alfie.
Man, he always said, man, we all blessed with talents.
Absolutely.
Don't be selfish with your talents because you never know who needed it.
Absolutely.
Who needed to see it, experience it, hear it, you know. And man, if I could leave y'all with one more gem, man, man, I teach this to man, every kid I talk to, man. When I'm mentoring, I take the mentoring very serious. You know, I pass this along to people when I feel like they straying off the path. Is that, man, we all got dreams, we all got goals. There's a certain point that you want to be at. You want to be here and you down here. Is that, man, to put it in simplest terms, if you want the reaction, you got to put forth the action. You can't spell reaction without action.
That's real.
Hey, bro, you be amazed. This is natural, G.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Every day, bro. Every day.
I was about to say, I know there's got to be some motivational speaking on the rise for you, though, right?
Sure.
Shit, man, trying to.
I know you enjoy speaking and all that, you know what I'm saying? So, bro, you got it, brother. And we appreciate you.
Absolutely. I did have one more question. With being the Artprize, you know, winner, has there been any other opportunities to work with the Artprize that, you know, that you've been presented?
Man, to keep it real with you, I put forth so much of my soul into this whole thing, man, is that I had to take time for myself. So
that's valid.
I ain't really been paying attention. If there was anything that Artprize wanted me to do, I haven't been paying attention to it. I just been focused on finishing off what I said I was gonna do and being done with that, and also just, man, replenishing my soul and my mental health by doing stuff that I love to do and not having to deal with the stresses of life. And being, man, I've always been a big bro, so a lot of people's lives became my lives. You know, it's a lot of people that I genuinely care about. You know, it's people that I see truly as my brothers, my sisters. And, like, man, when I say that, I ain't saying that to be your friend. I ain't saying that to drop your guard. When I call you my brother or my sister, like, I truly mean that because I always been big bro. And I treat everybody like I'm big bro. All I want is the best. And if I see it in you, I'm going to push you to it.
That's real.
Legacy. What is it that you hope the Trauma Project left for Artprize, the city of Grand Rapids, your life? What legacy are you hoping is left behind?
I love this question.
Man, really, to summarize it, man, be a go-getter. See what go-getting gets you, but not only being a go-getter, taking the time to study and be educated on what it is that you're doing so that you know what is right, what's wrong. I think that this project should be a legacy of how powerful unity is. And I also wanted to show just how great minds can be when you bring them together.
I love that, man. Got anything else in closing?
Nah, brother, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you coming through.
Absolutely.
Made it happen. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
You one of the ones, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate being a part of the Trauma Project. I mean, it was a life-changing moment for me. I'm grateful to you for that. And it's so crazy. I think I told you that year before I worked for Artprize, my bro Comp, because he was doing some work.
Yeah,
and I was literally, shout out
Comp.
And literally, one of the night parties was on top of the UICA building.
Yeah.
And I was out there one night by myself, just looking down on the city. And I was like, I don't know how, I don't know what, I don't know where, I don't know. I just know my music somehow, some way is going to be in the Artprize next year.
Yeah.
And then we ended up meeting, you know what I'm saying? Or, you ended up meeting Jakai first. And it's so crazy because at the beginning of the year, I literally had sent him that beat. And I didn't think, I played it for him. We was at the crib with Jamon. And I literally just played it. Not even thinking Jakai would want it. Jakai, what is that? What is that? And then it became what it was. So, man, and I once again, how the album was sequenced, I just feel like we was perfectly right in the middle of that thing with that record, man. So thank you again, bro. Appreciate you. I love you. And, yeah, man, bro, God sends you blessings for more success in the future, bro.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that, man. Like, it's a lot of crazy stories, man, behind the scenes of this project. Like when I say God is in this project, you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it, man. It'd be like me, man. If we was playing craps right now, and I just kept shooting sevens on you, bro. Like, how? Yes, bro, that really happened. That really happened, man.
That's real.
Feel me? Like, man.
Yeah, shout out to God, man.
Shout out to God, man.
Like with the Trauma Project, man, it's like, man, it ain't just like, you know, it was a lot of grunt work behind the scenes, man. It's a lot of people a part of this project that you don't see on the album, you know. But it's a lot of people behind this project. There's a lot of people involved in the community that you'll be shocked to know how many are, you know. But this is something that took a community to make happen, man. And it's nothing but love to every last member, every last person that contributed, every last person that believed in my vision, man. Because without none of that, none of this would be possible. I just would have been another person trying to, you know, find his purpose. But
Absolutely.
I know what my purpose is.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the community, the art
Shout out to the
community, the
community,
music
man.
community, man. Shout
Everybody
out.
who showed up.
Hell yeah.
Everybody
Show
who
love, man.
appreciated everything, man. Streamed the tape, showed up to view the artwork. You know, everybody a part of this, man.
Yeah, man.
You know.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to you for being a conductor, man.
100%.
For sure. We don't, you know, we obviously y'all see we not in our normal habitat, so we don't have the bottle here for the sponsor.
So we're gonna donate a bottle of Dasani to you.
But we not gonna show Dasani. This, you know, it's crazy. The Stock the Bar vodka logo, color scheme a little bit too. It's missing the red. But every episode we do gift a bottle, which we will give to Scoob after this episode. A bottle of Stock the Bar vodka to every risk taker that we got on the show. So unfortunately, like I said, we don't got it right here, but you will get it right after this, man. We put a picture on at the end so y'all can see it. Shout out to Daryl Reese, man.
Shout out Daryl Reese. Distill how many times?
Distill 6 times.
Where they can get it at?
I love to get it at the AC Hotel, but you can get it at every Myers across the Midwest.
Yes, sir. You
That's
look like you
what's
about to
up.
say something
Oh,
smart.
yeah, I definitely got something to say, man. First off, this man just gave me a bottle of Dasani, bro. Man, hey, Dasani, do your research. This man just gave me some water that's supposed to hydrate you, and basically just gave me something that's going to dehydrate me. He's like, here, man, dry your lips out. Bro, that's crazy.
That's all I had,
Respectfully.
man. I'm sorry, man.
Respectfully.
That's all I had, bro.
If I leave before y'all or y'all leave before me, that's when this is. I'm throwing this out the window, bro.
We do like to end every episode with a personal invite from yourself. Who would you like to see, a part of the risk takers? Anybody define the odds
And
of
it don't matter
what
what.
they got.
It don't gotta be art, music, whatever. It could be a business. It could somebody just a CEO. It does not matter.
Yep.
Try and get them all.
Man, for real though, man, y'all got to link with my dog Callie, man. He been putting in work.
Callie.
Mintai, shout out Mintai.
Yeah,
Shout out
Mintaj.
Mintaj for
He
sure.
been putting in work, man. Callie,
100%.
definitely talk to my dog Blair.
Up life.
Yeah, y'all already hit the homie Debo, man, but
Yeah.
people need to know, man, you got guys out here that's making stuff happen, and you got to realize, man, is that everybody has, man, a talent that they can put forth, man, that's a piece to something.
Absolutely.
We all a piece to a machine.
Yes.
So if you get all the right pieces, man, you can make stuff happen, man.
Yes, man.
So definitely get with these brand owners, man, these ones pushing the stores. But definitely get with my dog Callie, man, get with my dog Blair.
Absolutely. I do want to say one more thing before we end this off. About part of the conversation that we had when we were setting up too. Don't try to do it alone. You will get to a point where you will need to expand. Get with people you trust. Don't think you got to take the burden of everything. Whether that's getting your mental health together, whether it's getting rid of the gut you got, or building a team to be more successful. Anything, it's stressful when you're trying to do it all. So I think a key piece of building an empire is once you know how those roles need to be done, is reach out and have somebody fill that role exactly the way you did it, if not better, so you can keep everything moving, man. And that's another piece of unity that I would like to really push. That some advice I need to take for myself as well too. So
Man, you nailed, man. I can't even put the words together, man. But
for sure,
you was on point, man. That was all facts, man. You hit the nail right on the head. That's what I want to say. Yeah.
for sure. This has been the Risk Takers, man. My brother Chase and Summer. Like I said, our very special guest that y'all will see on the channel again. Scoob. The motherfucking artist,
Custom
man.
Steppers.
Come on, Custom Steppers, man.
Get it.
My brother.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro.
Like, subscribe.
Sir,
Check us on the
comment,
next one.
Share, please.
And
Risk
we out.
Takers out.